Many people disregard venison shanks. They are often considered tough, chewy, inedible cuts of meat. Due to the active lifestyle of deer, their muscles are often quite lean and tough. This is especially true for the shanks, but today, I'm going to show you how to turn what would otherwise be known as a dense piece of meat into tender, fall-apart tacos. Start by preparing the tomatoes. Slice each one in half, then use a grater placed in a bowl to extract the flesh and juices. Removing the seeds is optional, but I don't bother. You can use any size tomato you like. There is no rule. Next, we prep the onions and garlic, slicing both very thinly. Trim up the shanks as best you can. Try to remove as much silver skin as possible without taking off too much meat. This does not need to be perfect, as we will be searing the meat later. Heat a large pan over high heat with some high-temperature oil. I generally use avocado or grapeseed. Place the shanks into a hot pan to sear the outside. When you get a good browning all around, remove the shanks and place them into the pressure cooker. This can also be done in a slow cooker, but would take considerably longer to cook. Reduce the heat on the pan and toss in some onions and garlic. Cook these until they turn translucent and begin to brown. Pour over the beer and increase the heat once again. Using a wooden spatula or spoon, stir the beer until it reduces by half. Use the wooden spatula to scrape up all the brown bits from the pan. Once the beer has reduced sufficiently, add in the seasonings. Use the spatula again to stir in the spices. Add in the tomato juice and pulp. Cook this mixture for another 5 minutes, then pour it over the shanks in the pressure cooker. Pour over the stock and set to cooking. Depending on the size of the shanks, cooking to tender could take 1 to 2 hours. While the shanks are cooking, we can begin preparing the sides. Slice the red onion thinly. In a small bowl, mix the sugar and vinegar together and stir until dissolved. Add in the onions and give a little stir, and set aside until the meat is ready. Chop the red cabbage thinly and place it in a large bowl. Add in the paprika and mayonnaise. You can mix this with a spoon, but I find you get a much better mix by using your hands. Set this in the fridge until the shanks are ready. Slice the top of the jalapenos and remove the seeds. If you prefer, you can also leave the seeds in. If not, simply roll the jalapeno between your fingers to remove them. Slice them thinly. Roughly chop some cilantro and set aside for serving. When the shanks are nice and tender, remove them from the pressure cooker and set them aside. Pour the remaining sauce into a pan and simmer until it reduces to a thicker consistency. Your tacos are now ready to build. Fill them in any way you like. Add the cabbage, pickled onions, cilantro, jalapeno, and a squeeze of lime.